The world food system is more vulnerable to weather extremes for various reasons, the key one being that crop yield changes have not been keeping up with the rising food demand worldwide. Yield growth rates have collapsed and are stagnating in about 30, 38, and 39% of the global harvested area for maize, rice, and wheat, respectively. In addition, wheat yield gains across the developing world has remained below population growth in recent years. Other factors that make global food systems more vulnerable to weather extremes include globalization of grain markets and rising fuel prices increases food transportation costs. The globalization of grain markets imply that the weather extremes that reduce food harvests in key breadbaskets influence world food prices and can have negative effects on the food security in poor net maize importing countries. Most studies that aim to estimate the socioeconomic impact of climate extremes use statistical approaches to quantify the direct economic loss brought by the climate extremes. Such direct losses usually consist of estimated financial losses closely linked to the climate. 80% of the world's crops are rain-fed, so most farmers depend on predictable weather, agriculture, and has adapted in order to produce the crops. However, climate change is altering rainfall patterns around the world. When temperatures rise, the warmer air holds more moisture and can make precipitation more intense. Extreme precipitation events, which are becoming more common, can directly damage crops, resulting in decreasing yields. Flooding results from the growing intensity of tropical storms and sea level rises is also likely to increase with climate change and can drown crops. Because flood water can transport sewage, manure, or pollutants from roads, farms, lawns, more pathogens and toxins can find their way into our foods. Hotter weather will lead to faster evaporation, resulting in more droughts and water shortages, so there will be less water for irrigation just when it's needed most. About 10% of the crops grown in the world's major food production regions are irrigated with groundwater that is not renewable. In other words, aquifers are being drained faster than they are refilling, a problem which will only get worse as the world continues to heat up.